I am the most precious Princess D in the dynasty. I was pressed to the soft couch by the shadow I fantasized about. The kiss made me lose my breath. The movement in the store is shocking. The palace maid standing outside the door didn't even dare to breathe. He also kindly turned off the computer for us. The whole capital knows. Growing up, I never got what I wanted. Until spring this year, the day the new champion Yan Ryu hit the horse parade. Long street congestion. He was dressed in red. All the eyes that rode the horse to the capital were led away by him. I also announced on the spot in the crowd, the princess is going to order him. 13 shadows behind him did not move. The breath is 3 points cold. I go back to the palace. The first thing is to call 13 to the front. Take all Yan Ryu's preferences. Check it out for this palace. 13 on one knee. No sound. It's his face hidden under the black iron mask. I'm used to showing only a pair of quiet eyes. He's been with me for 5 years. Always look like this. 13 handed me the survey results the next day. I'm so angry. Slap the paper on the table. Just hammer your head. The sound is still steady. Yan Junyuan's body is simplified. Few outsiders can get in. I held back my anger and decided to go out in person. Yeah, Ryu washing. I ordered the Imperial Kitchen to make a few exquisite sweets. Go on 13 to deliver. Tell him what this palace invited. 13 took orders. He came back an hour later. Stone River intact. Yan Junyuan said, when the gentleman comes unknowingly, I threw the cup angrily. Ignorant lift. 13 silently went forward and cleaned up the broken tiles on the ground. His hands are steady, paper and bone. The most beautiful hands I've ever seen. The anger in my heart is inexplicably cut off. Afraid of reading ancient books. This palace will give him an orphan. I rummaged through my private vault for a long time. Find an orphan copy of the handbrake before everyone. This is what I have worn for a long time from my father. I got it. Hand wrap it up and hand it to 13. This time you hand it over to him. 13 silently accepted. This time he went for a long time before coming back. Yes. Yes. It's just that when my subordinates come back, they're outside. I heard that Yan Junyuan donated the book to I'm pissed at the store. 13 right behind me. I stopped irritably. Can't you say something nice to coax me? He was stunned for a moment. Seems to be thinking seriously. Your Highness doesn't have to worry about irrelevant people. This is the first time he has spoken so long. I don't listen. I don't have the word give up in Gyoan Chinking's dictionary. If it's soft, it's hard. I decided to make a chance encounter. I heard that Yan Ryu will go to the Hanlin Academy every day to work. I count the time. Just happened to pass by on his way. That day I saw Yan Ryu's figure from a distance. Take a deep breath. Squeeze your throat. Ready to stage a beautiful card. The drama of meeting a genius. I was just about to speak. I don't know what tripped under my feet. The whole person jumps forward. The expected embarrassing landing did not happen. A pair of strong arms caught me firmly. I bumped into a hard with a faint and cold embrace. It's 13. I don't know when he appeared in front of me. Hold me tight. And Yan Ryu just glanced at us lightly. He didn't even stop walking. He was forbidden to walk past. I pushed 13 away angrily. Who let you meddle? Do you know that you ruined the good things of this 13, palace? A bright gun pushed by me. Kneel down. I watched the nameless fire in his heart burn even more. You did it on purpose. He was silent. I'm getting more and more angry. Went around in front of him to see the expression under his mask. He kept his head down. He looked up and he still didn't move. I reached out in a hurry to take off his mask. Touched the mask at my fingertips. A moment before the edge grabbed my wrist. Your Highness? No. I'm stunned. This is the first time he has disobeyed my orders. After that, I had a cold war with 13 for 3 days. It should be said that I unilaterally ignored him. He follows me wherever I go during the day. I can't sleep well at night. Woke up from a nightmare, shouting that the first person to push the door in is not a palace maid. He held the water glass and handed it to me silently. I took the water and suddenly felt that although this palace is big, what really makes me feel at ease, it's only this shadow that I'm always angry with. Day 4. I'm practicing my triangular cat swordsmanship in the yard. Accidentally tripped over a stone on the ground. Broken knee. Blood oozing. The palace maid is yelling and going to ask the imperial doctor. I waved him away irritably. 13, but I don't know where to get a medicine bottle. Before me. Silently pulled my ankle. He wiped the blood with a clean cloth towel, then spread the powder evenly on the wound. I looked at his focused look and his tight lips. My heart beats inexplicably faster. You know medicine? He doesn't look up. I snorted for the compulsory course of the movie position. Suddenly remembered something. Father once said, 13 is the best of all of the movie positions. Proficient in assassination. Tracked rub disguise. He was on a ride when he was 12. Blocked a hummingbear's fetal blow from me. That bear claw almost tore his back. But I was just crying. Didn't even look at him. Later, when he recovered from his injury, he became my personal shadow. I just remember him wearing a mask from now on, but never asked him about his face. Were you also injured in that accident? Thinking of this, a strange emotion surged in my heart. Most of the anger before 4 days has disappeared. Ask him if his face is okay. His movements are not hindered by his subordinates. Bandage my wound. Put away the medicine bottle and push it aside, as if the touch just now was just my illusion. My attitude towards 13 has changed a bit since that day. I'm starting to have nothing to say. Look at him next to him like a pillar. I turn the book upside down on purpose, then sigh, what is this writing? Obscure and boring to death. He didn't respond. I picked up another piece of freshly baked pastry, take a bite, frowning is too sweet. Tired of rewarding you. He still doesn't move. Sounds smooth. His Highness Z was silent for a while, then lifted the mask slightly away. Sending the pastry, I bit into my mouth. My eyes, instantly attracted by the lower half of his face, quickly brought back the mask, as if nothing happened. I suddenly feel a little hot in my face. I hurriedly turned my head and pretended to continue reading. But I can't read a word. My mind is full of those lips. And a rolling Adam's apple? I didn't expect 13 to be so charming. Just half of my face makes me unforgettable. I suddenly faded a lot about the nature of Yan Ryu. Start thinking about making up a way. That black iron mask. 13, the sun is poisonous today. Your mask looks stuffy. Take it off and cool it down, and he's standing by. The voice is not concerned by his royal highness. It's not hot under the tree. Then Gong got a new box of soothing cream. It is said that scar removal works wonders. Subordinates have no scars on their faces. Your highness bothered me to pout my mouth. I'm dead, but I don't have the heart to ask for money at night. I deliberately knocked over the candlestick. A small piece of timon was instantly ignited. I exclaimed. Almost simultaneously, 13 figures appear. Quickly tear down the tent man. Step on him with your foot and step back immediately after making sure I'm okay. I took the opportunity to grab his sleeve. By a shocked tone, 13. I seem to have been splashed by sparks just now. It hurts him to escape. Turn back immediately. Straighten up my outstretched hand. Sit in front of the window and look carefully. We are very close. I can smell the familiar cold fragrance on him. He lowered his head and examined my fingers intently. The mask is almost at hand. My heart is beating fast. Hold your breath. The other hand is quietly raised. I'm about to touch the edge of that icy mask. He suddenly let go of my hand. Take a step back and open the distance. Your Highness has no scars on his hands. The night is late, please rest. Failed again. I looked into his deep eyes. Suddenly no longer angry. Instead, a strange trace of patience. I'd like to see your cold mask. When can it be brought? I am interested in the nature of Yan Ryu. In the process of pondering the mask of 13, already worn out. In contact with 13's multi-day living, I even started to think, if 13 is willing to take off the mask, even if he looks ugly, I admit it. The thought took me by surprise. When did I care so much about 13? Just when I was in a daze at the bronze thinking about what strategist to use next time. Workers report to the queen. Banquet at Ningxiang Pavilion in the Imperial Garden. Invite the princesses and princes to a banquet. I am Princess D. Love again, naturally. I have no nature, but I couldn't hold up the queen mother and silently came to invite me. I had to change into a pink overalls. Life 13 accompanying. 13 still standing on my side. The black iron mask covers half of the face. A black close-up outfit, while the figure is getting taller and taller. The hand hanging by the side is only slightly buckled. In the Imperial Garden. Jinsu full branch. There are already many people sitting in the Ningxiang Pavilion. Sound winding beam. The fragrance of wine mixed with flowers. I found a place for all over the house to sit down. 13, he stood in the shadow of the pavilion pillar. A silent stone sculpture. Eyes always follow me and never burn away. Not long after, Yan Ryu is also here. He is the new champion. He was especially allowed to enter the palace Holy for a snow and white standing in the pavilion. Many noble women who are provoked by the outside are flat and sideways. At a glance. The corners of the lips evoke a gentle smile and come towards me. I don't care about him lightly. Too lazy to deal with him. Only casually fiddling with the osmanthus honey wine in the cup. This look falls into the eyes of others. I'm so sad about Yan Ryu. Just pretending to be ashamed. Princess Wang sitting beside me. Suddenly chuckle. Sister Chaoyang is so lucky. The champion is so graceful. So clear to my sister. I envy others. He just finished speaking. Several Sakya noble girls beside him also the blood and sarcasm in the tone are beyond words. Isn't it? I heard that Princess Chaoyang is the champion. It is a gift to Shizai in an orphan book. What a pity. Hot face pasted cold ass. Another noble girl smiled. The princess' golden branches and jade leaves chase a poor champion. I'm afraid it will damage the dignity of the royal family if it spreads out. The pavilion gradually stopped. Sympathetic and schadenfreude. Yan Ryu stood aside, embarrassed on his face. Open mouth, but he didn't say a word to save me. Instead, he subconsciously took half a step forth. They want to distance themselves from me. I sneered. The obsession with Yan Ryu in the past, it's clean at the moment. I just feel that the discussion around Guo is very noisy. Just then, A cold voice suddenly sounded, broke the silence in the courtroom. Princess, mind. There is no room for others. Wisdom is 13. Came out of the shadows at some point. Stand in front of me. The eyes behind the black iron mask are as cold as over those noble girls who speak sarcastically. Princess Wang was stunned for a moment, immediately angry. Slap the table and stand up. What are you? A shadow with a cow head and a tail. Dare to take care of this palace's affairs. Spoiled since childhood. When was I so contradicted by a scary? Immediately raised his hand and slapped me in the face. Cursed. It's all you who don't know what to do. I am used to the slaves around me and dare to commit serious crimes. My subconscious tilt, but see 13 quick-sighted and grabbed Princess Wang's wrist. His strength is great. Princess Wang's painful face turned pale and painful. You let me go. You turned 13, but didn't mean to let go at all. The voice is still cold, with unquestionable majesty. Princess Chaoyan Melody, Zhurong E and others are presumptuous. There was an uproar in the court. The princes and princesses were stunned. No one thought, how dare a shadow attack the princess? The empress frowned and opened her mouth presumptuously. Hurry up and let go of Princess 13, Wang. Then slowly let go. Princess Wang's wrist has left a clear red mark. He clutched his wrist and cried with rain. Mother, look at him. How dare he hurt me? 13 turned around. Kneel down in front of me. Back straight. The voice is calm. The head of the household is eager. Fishery Bureau committed. Your Highness, please punish. It's obviously for me. But take all the fault on yourself. I watched him kneel on the ground. I feel like I'm being pulled by something. Sour and warm. The queen sees me and doesn't speak. Sink your face and say sunrise. Your yin has no dignity. If there is no heavy punishment today, I'm afraid it will be lawless in the future. I raised my hand to lift 13, looking coldly at the queen. Mother... No wonder 13 was Sister Wang who spoke first. If I start again, 13 is just the head of the household. What measures are there? As Princess D's mother, although I am the queen, but don't dare to be too harsh on me. For a while, I was choked and speechless. Father just came from outside the pavilion. See the scene in the pavilion. Frowned and asked what happened. Hua Yang immediately cried and went forward to complain to it. After a while, he said that 13 was a vicious slave who had no kingly law, presenting himself as an innocent victim. Father looked at 13. Look at me again. His eyes stayed on 13 for a moment. It's just a little thing. Why make a fuss? After all, it's just to faint way 13 to protect the Lord. Excusable. Punishment in March is the disposition of the father. Seems like a penalty of 13. In fact, it protected him. After all, it was Princess Anlu who hurt 13. Should have been punished. Now it's just 3 months of punishment. Already a light sentence. Princess Wang is unwilling, but dare not disobey the will of the father. You can only stare at me and 13 with hatred. Sexually sat back in the seat. The atmosphere at the banquet will never return to the beginning. Everyone looked at me with a little more fear. Look at 13. But a little more inquiry and fear. Yan Ryu never dared to approach me again. Stand aside from a distance. Complicated look. I don't have the nature of going to a banquet. Get up and talk to the father. The son is unwell. I want to go back to the palace first. Let 13 take you back. I turned around and walked out of Mingxiang Pavilion. 13 silently followed me, still half a step away. The stone road of the Imperial Garden is full of step on it and rustle. No words all the way. Only the sound of each other's footsteps echoed in the air. Back to Chayandian. I fired all the workers. Only me and 13 are left in the store. He still got down on one knee. Keep your head down and count Henan Opera. Let His Highness suffer thousands of miles. Please teach Sin, Your Highness. I watched him kneel on the ground. The anger in my heart inexplicably surged up, but not mad at him, but angry that he is always like this. Take all the fault on yourself. Swallow all the pain in your stomach. I stepped forward, grab him by the collar, force him to raise his head. The eyes behind the black iron mask are still immersed, but there is a trace of unnoticeable anxiety. Are you stupid? Huayang is a princess. How dare you do something to him? Aren't you afraid that the emperor will really punish you? Aren't you afraid of losing your life? He was stunned for a moment. I didn't seem to expect me to say this. Half a reward whispered that it is not a pity to die under the tree. I just want His Highness to be well. Simple 8 words, but like a stone. Into my heart, ripple reservoir ripples. I look at him. The anger in my heart dissipated in an instant, only full of sour and gentle. I raised my hand to touch his mask. When the fingertips are about to touch the cold iron surface, he tilted his head slightly to avoid His Highness. I withdraw my hand. I feel a little lost, but did not force. Just let go of the hand holding his collar and get up. I don't blame you for what happened today. He slowly stood up, still standing in the shadows. Just that figure? It seems a little warmer than before. I went to the window, looking out the window at the osmanthus falling to the ground. Suddenly open today. Thank you. He was silent for a moment. Things under the tree. But I know. It was never his job. He could have watched from the sidelines like everyone else. But he did not hesitate to defy Sun Bei for me. Don't hesitate to offend the princess. I'm more sure at the moment of risking my life. I'm interested in the shadow. He's no longer a simple master's concern for subordinates, but moved into love. And the heart he hides behind the mask. Nor cold stone. Just locked in by identity and sophistication. I looked at his figure. I secretly thought of this black iron mask. I'm gonna take it off with my own hands one day. Look at the heart under the mask. How much affection for me is hidden. Yan Ryu Mir invited me to start the festival in 3 days. Yan Ryu took the initiative to approach. I'd be chewing before January. But now my heart is still. The figure subconsciously leans to the side, deliberately raised the post. 13, do you think this palace should go? The figure was in a hurry for a moment. Fingertips tightened into fists. It took a long time for him to speak. Your Highness's will. Subordinates have no right to angry. Throw the iron. Then this palace will go. I turned to look at the silent figure at the door. 13, is this palace beautiful today? His eyes fell on the corner of his skirt. Your Highness is naturally very beautiful. You look into Ben Gong's eyes and he finally slowly raised his eyes. Those deep eyes meet my dressed face. In an instant, the turbulent waves were clearly lifted. Is Hong Kong beautiful? His Adam's apple rolled. For a moment, I thought he was going to say something, but in the end, he still lowered his eyes. Your Highness is peerless. I am satisfied. Young Chung Seo. But the joy in my heart is empty in a blink of an eye. With a hint of inexplicable loss. I want to hear more than that. In Yujin Garden, Yan Ryu is waiting in the Yujin Garden under the spring embankment. Yan Ryu is waiting under the willows of the spring embankment. Come up when you see me. Smiling. Your Highness is willing to come. The minister is very happy. Casually. Sit on a chair. He personally scouted for me. With its warmth. With just the right amount of excitement. His Highness Chen Jingmu has been hate Mendy's danger. Don't dare to be delusional. Close today. Lost in a dream. Then why did you ignore Ben Gong before? Yan Rui was stunned, face full of real confusion. Why did your Highness say this? I've never had the opportunity to neglect His Highness. My heart skipped a beat. This palace asked the Imperial Kitchen to send you vegetarian jai. Didn't you say you didn't know the street when you came? Suzai-chan never received. What about the orphan book of the previous dynasty that this palace gave hands and give it to Gaozi Jin Gubbin? His Highness gave such a generous gift to his ministers. Heard of it. If you receive a gift from His Highness, Chen Ding will be poisoned day and night. Heirloom. How dare you give it to others? I turned back sharply. Lin Lei's eyes looked not far away. The figure under the willow tree. 13, he lied to me. I just feel a cold air rushing from the soles of my feet to the top of my head. No longer willing to deal with Yan Rui. I got up suddenly. I was exhausted. Return to the palace first. I ignore Yan Rui's mistakes and turn around and go way back to the palace. Dead silence inside the carriage. With a dead silence. Behind the bedroom, I quit all workers. Only 13 left. I turn my back on him. Sound as cold as ice. 13, Yan Ryu doesn't know anything. He did not receive the food and books sent by this palace. Did you do it right? Why is that? Who gave you the courage to deceive and hide and fool this palace? He still kneels. The back is straight and the subordinates deceive the king. Deserves death. May your Highness take all punishment. I grabbed him by the collar, forced him to raise his head. Do you think Ben Gong is funny? Look at me running after a man like a fool. Are you watching jokes behind your back? I stared at him. An absurd and daring thought flashed through my mind. Are you doing this because you like Ben Gong? He avoided my sight, Your Highness. Do not get involved in the school. I see. I totally understand. Before I realized his existence, test him again and again. Time and time again when I want to remove his mask. Before he drugged me. When my leftover pastries were eaten by him. When I saw his eyes shaking from me. I already like him. But he doesn't like me. I stop laughing. Wipe the tears from my face. The eyes are cold inch by inch. From the wall, chase down the whip I usually practice martial arts with. Throw it in front of him, and you say you were willing to take all punishment. I'm back in charge. Pick up a jug of wine on the table. I poured a big mouthful into the spout. Do it yourself. Hit until the palace is satisfied. 13 without hesitation. He picked up the whip from the ground and stood up. Lily's unbuttoned the tracks of her shirt. His sturdy back is exposed to the air. There are a few hideous old scars crisscrossing. That was 15 years old. Left over when I blocked the bear claw. He clenched the whip. Hit hard on your back. Pop. The crisp whip was particularly harsh in the hall. A blood stain exploded on his back in an instant. Second side. Third side. He waved the whip expressionlessly and mechanically. Each side splits with all its might. The flesh dipped in blood was left along his back, but he didn't say a word from start to finish. I'm drinking glass by glass. Eyes on him. I'm waiting for him to beg for mercy. Wait for him to say something soft. Wait for him to tell me. He didn't do it all because he wanted to see me laugh. But he didn't. He'd rather beat himself up. Won't give me an explanation. He refuses to admit that he has me in his heart. Covered in blood but silent. It turns out that nothing has changed in so many years. In front of me, he will always be the one who can die for me. But never say love my shadow. I slapped the jug heavily on the table. Knife Master has seen enough. I looked at him like he would rather die than give in. I just feel full of grievance and anger and find nowhere. I grabbed the jug on the table, standing up staggering and trying to pour into his mouth again. The wrist was grabbed violently by a hot hand. 13, a hand clasped my wrist tightly. The other hand took the jug. Your Highness can no longer drink. I looked at him drunkenly. You take care of me, why do you take care of me? Aren't you my Yin Wei? Yin Wei also dares to take care of my other hand's affairs. Put on his cold black iron mask. You don't even dare to show me your face. What right do you have to take care of me? 13, you tell me who you are? Why won't you look at me? Am I bad? Am I being too willful? So you'd rather be punished? I don't want to admit that you care about me. My tears are big. Hit the back of his hand. His grip on my wrist instantly loosened. I took the opportunity to put my hands on his face. Use all your strength. I want to rip that mask off. He grabbed my hand. His voice was full of panic. Your Highness, I want to see you. Let me see you. Let me see it. Under this mask, what kind of heart is hidden? Is it a pain or no heart at all? The air around seems to freeze at this moment. He stared at me. The next second, he raised his hand sharply. Unfastened the buckle of the mask with my own hands. That one blocked him for 5 years. It also bothers me countless black iron masks day and night slipped off his face. The light in the store is dim, but I still see. I saw him clearly. That's not a disfigured face, but a face that can make heaven and earth pale. Then Yanryu's cold and dusty. I was completely stunned. At the moment, I'm lost. He snapped my back axe. Lower body a hot, a kiss with the smell of blood and strong alcohol. Pressed down hard. It turns out that what I keep by my side is a bloodthirsty wolf that has endured for too long. The kiss lasted a long time. Long enough to think I'd suffocate in his arms. When he finally stepped back slightly, we were all breathing heavily. His forehead against mine. Hot breath sprayed on my face. Your Highness, you forced me. I'm dizzy. My heart is beating fast as if it was about to pop out of my throat. I stick out the tip of my tongue, licked his lips. The fire in his eyes burned even more. I hooked his neck. Lift up and take the initiative to kiss. 13. You kiss me again and he kisses me more vicious than before. More eager, he picked me up a few steps to the bed with the inner mattress. Throw me on the soft nape. Spinning. His figure has been attached. Press me firmly under. The sound of clothes being torn sounded in the silent hall. I woke up with a headache like it was going to explode. Into the wood-familiar tent man. The elegant smell of Argorwood crab. Soft even back. Everything is the same as before I went to bed. Found his clothes intact. Like the thrilling entanglement last night. Just an absurd spring dream. 13 flashed through my mind in an instant after taking off the mask. Beautiful face. Boom. Blood gas straight to the top of the quilt. Don't care about headaches. Run out barefoot. 13, you get out of this palace. The way the palace mate outside the palace, kneeling on the ground in fright. 13, what about others? His Royal Highness 13 adults dared to wait outside the hall before dawn. Sure enough, the familiar figure stood under the corridor. His back is straight. The black iron mask of the love eye has been brought back to the face. Like the one who took off his mask. The man who showed me vulnerability and never existed. What do you mean? He lowered his eyes and knelt on the ground. Your Highness is awake. One of his subordinates prepared sober soup, decanter soup. I think it's you who should drink sober soup the most. 13, are you good at it? Dare to use the wall against this palace. When you run out, you turn your face and don't recognize anyone. Your Highness, calm down. His Highness had a drunken nightmare last night. It's a subordinate guard. Disturbed His Highness. Say it again. His Highness was drunk last night. Don't treat your subordinates as others. Close. But the subordinates remember that the identity is not happy. Your Royal Highness. Subordinates dare not disclose. I was shaking with anger and pointed at him. Can't say a word. He seems to think it's not exciting enough for me. Added another sentence. His Highness repeatedly mentioned the name of Yan
His Highness is really upset
last night. Your subordinates can make the first post for His Royal Highness. I've mentioned Yan Ruyu's name several times, but that was when he whipped himself. I want to stimulate him. Admit to my heart, I can't take it anymore. He raised his hand and slapped him. He didn't even move. Line 13, you're really good. You don't have to wait on you from today. Go to the handmade door. Handmade doors are the lowest errand for lead guards. Also the biggest punishment. I thought you would beg for mercy, or at least a little reaction. But he didn't. He gave me a hard kowtow. Yes, subordinates obey. 13 really went to the palace gate for the first time. My Chaoyang palace is without his shadow. At first I felt happy. Without that unsightly stone by my side, I'm free to do anything. A day or two. 3 days I'm not used to it. The whole Chaoyang store seems to be empty. My heart is also empty. On the 7th night, I can't take it anymore. Avoid everyone. Sneak to the most remote north gate of the palace. Late autumn night, cold wind. In the distance, I saw that familiar figure. He stood straight at the gate of the palace. Let the cold wind blow his clothes flying. 7 days no see. He seems to have lost a lot of weight. My heart is like something. I grabbed it hard. Sour and painful. Just then, the march of 3 night watchmen carrying lanterns come over with a smile. Isn't this 13 adults? Why are you blowing cold air here? The 13th floor is the commander of the bodyguard again. I don't know how many people are jealous. Now he's in trouble. Naturally, some people can't wait to step on it. 13 not looking, as if not heard. The captain felt ashamed, angry. Step forward and deliberately hit the shoulder below 13. Talk to you. Dumb. Hey, how dare you? I will teach you what the rules are today. My heart is tight. Subconsciously rush out. But what about the next second? The captain's fist hasn't touched 13 kicked out by him. The captain slammed into the palace wall. Make a muffled sound. You dare to do it. The remaining 2 bacteria turned white from fright. Roll and crawl to help the captain. Next time, those 2 march, frightened by the murderous aura on him. Fart, urine runs with their half-dead heads. Silence returned under the north gate. I just realized I drove him away from me, not just torturing myself, also putting him in danger. I can't go on like this. Then quietly returned to the palace the next day. I rushed directly into my father's imperial study room. Father, emperor, son, and minister want to choose the concubine. Nonsense. My father, who was reviewing the memorial, was taken aback by me. You're fine. What concubine to choose? I don't care, I'm gonna choose. If the father does not agree, I'm going on a hunger strike. Father has a headache from me. In the end, he could only sigh helplessly. Good, 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 according to you. Tell me who you see. It's the new champion Yan Ryu, or the son of some prince and noble. I shake my head. I don't want anyone. I want my Yin Wei 13. The helplessness and pampering on the father's face faded a little bit. In its place is dignified and sharp. Chinking, do you know what you are talking about? I met his eyes, I know. Father, I like him. Not on a whim. I want to marry him. Absurd. What is his identity? A shadow that is not yet on the table. When he said halfway, suddenly stopped. A what? Father 13, who's he? Why did you make him wear a mask? His face wasn't hurt at all. You... I know. Father, tell me, who is he? Why he would rather hurt himself, won't admit to liking me. Why he said I like him is an insult to him. He said he was sorry for me that night. He stood up. Go to the window. Stand down. That's it. It's all fate. 13, he doesn't call 13. His surname is Zishan and his name is Tic-Tac-Toe. He was convicted of rebellion 8 years ago. The general of the town whose mouth was cut off. Z Yuan's only son. Father, is there any grievance in the Z family's case? Z Yuan is my minister. Loyal? I never believed he would rebel. But the evidence was solid, only refers to armor removal. In order to stabilize the court, had to decree. I have been secretly investigating all these years, but never found a breakthrough. Back then, I left Zijing alive. Send him to movie camp. There is also a trace of selfishness. I hope he can reverse the case for his father in the future. I just didn't expect. You actually like him. Father, since you also believe that the Z family is innocent, then we'll reverse the case for him. I'm going to make him take off that black suit, take off that mask. Standing upright in the sun, I want him to restore his identity as the son of the Z family. Rely on his real ability to obtain fame. Come and marry me. I have my father's secret order. Went to the North Gate in person. When it arrives, Zijin is surrounded by several eunuchs. The one-headed is the newly favored steward princess in the queen's palace. Your highness is unwell. You goalkeepers. But not even an eyebrow. Especially you, a dark sword slave. Dare to stand in our way. Don't kneel down and long mouth. Zi Jingli remained silent. I walked out of the dark with a cold face. Stop those three eunuchs seeing me. With a fright, they all knelt down. I ignored them. Go straight to Zijing. Why is your highness here? I didn't answer him, but reach out. Gently caress his cold black iron mask. Zijing, Ben Gong is here to pick you up. He raised his head sharply, the eyes hidden behind the mask. Staring at me, it's full of unbelievable. As for your collision with the shadow of this palace, go to Shingxin Sea to get the punishment yourself. I pulled Zijing out of the North Gate. Back to Chaoyang Hall. I quit everyone. Zijing still stood motionless in the temple. I walked up to him. Look up at him. Why didn't you tell me? Why carry it alone? He was silent for a long time, kneeling down slowly. Your Highness, you shouldn't know. If you know it, you can never go back. If you can't go back, don't go back. Zijing, you look at me. I don't care if your last name is Z or what your last name is. I don't care if you're a sinner. I only know when I was 15. It was a boy named Zijing who saved me with his life. I only know that for the past 5 years. It's my Yunwei Shizhen who accompanies me and indulges all my willfulness. I only know the man who kissed me at Chaoyang's store that night. His name is Zijing. I reached out and took off his mask. Click. Mask slipped. Zijing, listen up. I Zhao Chinking like you. Not the prince's handout to the shadow. Not on a whim. It's a woman's gullible admiration for a man. I looked at him in shock to the point of aphasia. Suddenly laughed. I helped him up. Gently kissed his lips. So, stop saying I like you is an insult to you. Because I can like you. It is the greatest luck in my life. He can't control it anymore. Hold me in your arms. Powerful as if to rub me into his bones. The warm liquid in the cave drips on my neck. My silver guard who bleeds without tears. World... After the day, Zijing didn't wear a mask anymore. He moved back to Chaoyang Temple, but no longer my shadow, but lived in the side hall. Father gave him an identity, let him in the name of my distant cousin. Stay with me for a while. In fact, it is for our convenience. Investigate the Z family's old case together. We started spending all day together. Flip through the mountains of volumes. His blog is strong. Amazing memory. Many seemingly unrelated details. By his suggestion, instantly connected. I just found out. My hidden position that only fights and kills. It turns out that there is a shocking talent hidden in the chest. Just before, he put all the light, all hidden under that mask. Bone making without identity. He's changed. Although there are still not many words. The gloomy air between the eyebrows dissipated a lot. Occasionally, when he sees me fooling around, the corner of the mouth will also evoke an egg smile. Our relationship also entered a whole new mode. He will teach me to play chess. I ruined chess. He will only look at me helplessly and pampered. Then will accompany me to practice swordsmanship. One move and one disassembly is extremely clear. I'm tired. He will hand over water and kimpa as soon as possible. At night, we read the dossier together under the light. I'm a little sleepy. He will gently pick me up and send me back to the bedroom. Cover me up, then stay quietly by the bed until dawn. He still takes good care of me. But no longer humble obedience, but equal care with respect and love. Chinking, I like him like this. I like that he no longer calls me your highness. Tell me to gently like when he looks at me. No more depression and pain in my eyes, but the tenderness and nostalgia that cannot be dissolved. We're looking at the dossier in the study again, finally from an inconspicuous old report. Found a breakthrough. The key witness who pointed out Zi Yuan's rebellion is a veteran who has returned home. His hometown, and Mi Wei, the mastermind who framed the Zi family back then, the same place. And the Zi family had an accident. The veteran's son was recommended by Li Wei. Got a fat hairpin? It's him. We just need to find this veteran. Let him tell the truth. I can commit a crime for the Zi family. Zi Jing's eyes also burst into a bright brilliance. He held my hand and the traces of the vertical road were clear. Thank you. Thank me for what? No need to say thank you between us. I deliberately approached him to thank him. You investigate so well. Have you long wanted to take the fame test? Hear this. He's a little shy. Then why don't you say it? My identity? Unworthy. Nonsense again. Waiting for you to clear your wrongs. Just go to the martial arts test. After taking the martial arts test, you can become a general. When you become a general, you can marry a princess. Well, Luo kissed him. This kiss is no longer the storm that night, but tenderly lingering. Chinking, wait for me. Wait until I stand upright in front of you. 8-lift sedan chair. Come and marry you. Find the veteran who returned home. Smoother than we thought. Find the veteran who returned home. Smoother than we thought. With the secret help of my father, Zi Jin led a pair of people. Soon found him in Prime Minister Li's hometown. At first, the old general was stubborn and refused to admit it. Seeing Zi Jin's, when he has a 7-point similar face to General Zi Yuan, he broke down on the spot. He knelt on the ground, old tears. Tell how he was forced by Li Wei back then. How Li Yu forged evidence to frame the Zi family. All Riverside out. Witnesses and evidence are all there. Li Wei's crime is obvious. Father Emperor Thunder is angry. Order a thorough investigation. The Prime Minister's party, who has been entrenched in the court for many years. The Zi family's injustice case was finally recruited. Father's decree to restore the glory of the general's mansion in Shijie town, and posthumously named Zi Yuan as Zhang Yongdong. And Zi Jing, as the only descendant of the Zi family, inherited the title. The day the decree spread throughout the capital, I'm at the general's mansion. Look at the boy I love. Take off all black. Changed into Marquis brocade robe. One day he stood in front of the former general's mansion. The sun fell on him. Outlined his figure as tall and straight as a pine. He became the youngest Marquis of the Dashing dynasty. 3 months later, Zi Jing lived up to expectations. Beat the pack in the dance music expedition. Take a peek. Became the youngest in 100 years. Also the most handsome champion. The day of the horse parade. Crowded alley. On Long Street. He is dressed in red robes. Golden saddle, white horse. High spirits. Amazed the whole Shanghai. I stood on the tall building and looked at him. He rode through the crowd. Come to my downstairs. Chen Dasheng Wu Zhuang Yuan Trap. Please ask for Chaoyang Princess Xiao Qingqing. I would like to use the rest of my life to protect His Highness. Sui Qingqing. Later, Shili Long Street. Damask Save. He came to welcome him with a red-robed royal horse. We are witnessed by the full house of guests. Worship heaven and earth. Red candles burn high in the wedding room. Z police hug my chin. Kiss my nest. Madam, waiting for this day. I waited 5 years. 5 years soon. The rest of my life? You still have decades to pay off your debts slowly. He chuckled. Hold me horizontally. To the bed full of guards. So that my husband will do his best. After my marriage to Zi Jing, life is peaceful. He is now the youngest Marquis of the Great Holy Dynasty. I'm always by my side. To outsiders, it is perfect. But only I know, in the middle of the night, he often wakes up from his dreams. Every 15th day of the first lunar month, he always stands alone in the corner of the courtyard. I was silent for a long time in the direction of Zi's ancestral grave. I looked in the mirror for my late delivery. There is a trace hidden between the eyebrows, imperceptibly heavy. Yesterday was the 8th anniversary of the Zai family's murder. Zi Jing stayed up all night. I went to the Zi family's ancestral tomb alone. Didn't come back until dawn. I didn't ask much. Just reached out and stroked her eyebrows lightly. Nothing today. Let's go to the Zi family's ancestral grave again, okay? Zi Jing's action. The hand holding the hosta tightens slightly. Say green to me. The place is too clear. I wronged you. I kissed the corner of his lips slightly. Fool. Your family is my family. They protected you forever. What grievance is it that I accompany you to worship? Thank you, dear. It's nice to have you. The next day, we brought carefully prepared offerings. Quietly left the Who's mansion. Go to the Z family ancestral tomb where the Z family's ancestral tomb is located in a secluded mountain, surrounded by towering tombs, overgrown with weeds, apparently unattended for years. 8 years ago, the Z family was all over the house. No bones left. The emperor secretly sent someone, collected the ashes of the Z Yuan couple and the Z family. Buried here. A row of pine trees was planted in front of the grave as a marker. Zi Jing kneels in front of the grave. Kowtows slowly to parents. My people, the children are here to see you. Baby is not small. Let you be wronged for 8 years. Let the Z family bear the nameless rebellion. Let you have no peace under the 9 springs. But don't worry. Now the unjust case has been brought to justice. The ceremonial position that framed the Z family has been severely punished. The emperor also restored the glory of the Z family. He also chased his father as the loyal and brave duke. The boy also held up the title. You can rest in peace, I kneel beside him. Gently hold his cold hand, Zi Jing. If General Z and his wife are under the power, we'll be proud of you. They don't blame you. I will only feel sorry for what you have suffered all these years. I just want you to be safe and happy in the future. Live well. Before leaving, I kowtowed deeply to the ancestral grave of the Z family. I am Xiao Qingqing, Zi Jing's wife. I will live a good life with Zi Jing. Protect the glory of the Z family. I will never let him suffer again. Green. After we got home and returned to the Hu mansion, Zi Jing rested for a while before getting up to deal with official business. I sit in the courtyard, thinking about what Zi Jing looks like today. Still a little sour in my heart. Maybe find the old ones. Let them talk to Zi Jing. Talk about the deeds of General Zi Yuan. It can unravel the calamity in Zi Jing's heart a little bit. Think of this. I immediately got up and went to the palace to ask to see my father. Father, Emperor, Son, and Minister have something important to ask for. After my father learned of my purpose, very pleased. Order immediately. Let someone sort out the list of the old department of the Z family. Send someone to visit, or call them to the capital to rectify their grievances. Reappoint officials according to their talents. Qingqing, you have a heart. Zi Jing has suffered too much over the years. With you with him, I am also relieved. Visiting the old department of the Z family. I will personally supervise. Don't worry. 3 days later, the emperor sent someone to send news. Said that he had found several aunts of the Z family back then. I was very happy when I heard the news. I told Zi Jing about it that night. Among them was a deputy general of General Zi Yuan, surnamed Chen, named Qin Lai. He was exiled to the frontier because he refused to attach to Li Wei. Has now been recalled to the capital. I will come to visit you tomorrow. When Zi Jing heard the news, a flash of disbelief flashed in my eyes. Family, what you say is true. Ex-husband will still be alive. There are other old parts that have also been recovered. It's true. The emperor has sent someone to recall them to the capital. Rehabilitated the grievance. Father Qin will come to see you tomorrow. Zi Jing, you see so many people remember General Z. Remember the Z family. They're waiting for you. With the glory of restoring the Z family. Zi Jing could no longer control the excitement in his heart. Reach out and hug me tightly. Middle. Thank you, Qingqing. Thank you for all this for me. I thought the old steps were gone. I thought no one remembers my dad anymore. Remember the Z family. How could a fool? General Z is loyal and patriotic. A lifetime for the country and the people. Loved by the soldiers. His kindness is in the hearts of the soldiers. How could you forget? The grievances of the Z family. Everyone sees it. Keep it in mind. Early the next morning, Zi Jing changed into a formal Hu Yejing robe. I watched him nervous and expectant. Can't stop laughing. Zi Jing, don't be so nervous. Deputy General Qin and the others are all his own. Lord Hu, Deputy General Qin, they are already at the door. Zi Jing got up immediately, walked quickly towards the door. I follow. At the gate of the Hu mansion, there are a few old men in plain clothes standing, the one at the head. It was the Deputy General of General Zi Yuan back then. Chen Lai saw Zi Jing's body violently. Keep your eyes on him. Haven't spoken for a long time. Tears gradually blurred his eyes. Subordinate Chen Lai Si, young general. Subordinate Chen Lai Si, young general. Subordinates are incompetent. Failed to protect the general. Failed to protect the Z family. Let the young general suffer for 8 years. Subordinates deserve death. Several old members behind them also knelt down one after another. Kowtow to Zijing. Tears flow. Zijing stepped forward to support Chenlai. My husband will get up soon. Killed the child. I don't blame you for what happened back then. It's Li Wei who is a traitor. The court is dark. It's good that you can save your lives. Chenlai looked at General Zi Jingshao. How loyal and brave the general was. He lived his life for the country and the people. Never had the slightest heart. But in the end of the door, the subordinates are not reconciled. Qin Fujiang, I know your unwillingness. I also know that everyone is not reconciled. But now the injustice has been solved. Li Wei has been severely punished. The emperor also restored the glory of the Z family, posthumously named my father Zhang Yonggong. I also became a knighthood. In the future, I will inherit my father's legacy. Zhangjun patriotic. Protect this great saint. Protect everyone. Protect this great saint. Protect everyone. I will never let the tragedy of that year repeat itself. Chenlai and others heard this. Tears in my eyes. Kowtow to Zi Jingshen. The subordinates are willing to follow the young general, go through fire and water, without hesitation. Zi Jing helped the crowd. Orbital redness. There you are. I feel more at ease. Let's reply to chat. I have a lot to ask you. I want to hear about my father's deeds. Everyone chatted all afternoon. From the past to the battlefield, talking about the current court situation, talking about the grievances of the Z family, talk about future expectations. After sending away Chenlai and others, Zi Jing took my hand and came to the courtyard. Sunset. The golden afterglow shines on us. Zi Jing turned around. Hold my chin tightly. Rub my shoulder socket lightly. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, I may be forever. Can't solve the robbery in my heart. Can't let go of the past. You made me understand. I'm not alone. I have relatives and friends, and you, Zi Jing, we will be fine in the future. Let go of past pain. Cherish the happiness in front of you. Trap bowed his head and kissed my forehead lightly. I will be with you from now on. Protect you for a few days. Chenlai waited for Zi's uncle to be reused by the emperor. Back to court. Assist Zi Jin to rectify military affairs. Protect the tranquility of the great sage. Today, the Marquis received a congratulatory gift. It was sent by Yan Ryu today. No longer the cold, the first sinking new champion. He married a gentle and virtuous family woman. Harmony between husband and wife and children. There is also quite a bit of swordsmanship in the court, appreciated by the emperor. He learned that Zi Jin and I were lucky to live in marriage. Ford intends to send a congratulatory gift to express his blessings. Zi Jing looked at the congratulatory gift, said to me with a smile, I didn't expect Lord Yan to still remember us. Lord Yan is not a narrow-minded person. My obsession with him back then was just a whim. He wanted to close his eyes long ago. Now he has his own happiness. We also have our company. The night is getting darker. The lights of the Hu Mansion are on again and again, warm and bright, reflecting the shadows we carry together. It also reflects that we have no regrets. Only the rest of my life. And Zi Jing and I were finally able to stay together for a lifetime. This is the best perfection.